Sigil. This should be an interesting one. Sigil from the Elevator Club and Big Halk from the Big Balls Club. Sigil has played a few seasons in Masters Division, and now recently he's always been like flapping back and forth, right, between winning minions or losing Masters Division. So we'll see. He had a wild series against Talix, if I remember correctly. But I guess Sigil, since he's basically only playing Regal, not playing OpenRA much outside of tournament season, he will only get better as the season progresses. So yeah, but at this point I feel like the series against Halk with his hyper aggressive, wild, flailing playstyle could be very interesting. Halk already positioning for an early attack on the orb patch. I feel he overdid it here a little bit. It's more lethal when he gets the timing right. You know, when you're moving out with your expansion MCV and usually supporting your MCV move out with your army, not having any forces at home. So yeah, we'll see where Sigil moves. So he's moving over there. Had Halk not shown his card, Sigil would probably have moved most of his army with the MCV, and then you can roll in and try and snack a harvester or two. I mean, the very best timing is of course when there is no MCV home anymore. But yeah, now Sigil has perfectly scouted out the retreating army and is getting so much value with just a single flag truck. Could actually just continue chasing, because the flag, it's never gonna get in range, and as long as there's no big blob surrounding the flag, it can just go about killing infantry for free. Alright, so we again have the situation. Halk crossing the river, while Sigil for now has taken the expansion on his natural side of the river, which I would interpret as a situation generally in favor of Halk, who can now place a refinery over here actually, and then establish a foothold and basically already push into this expansion slot that would be Sigil's. Sigil's in the meantime managed to decap the oil derrick in the back. Oh, and curiously enough, we have mirrored army movements. Sigil now, I think he's positioning to push through and bringing his MCV over here, and Halk attacking over here, so that leaves Sigil vulnerable. He has some forces here, but he really moves away the MCV, and Sigil is definitely gonna lose this expansion here. Yeah, he doesn't have enough to defend there, but on the other hand, yeah, weird spot for the reinforcements for Halk, and Sigil is gonna return the favor over there. MCV does not get away and dies, while Sigil's MCV crucially lived. Now Halk decides to pull everything over, but that's a bit too late, and dude, your war factory is still reinforcing at home. Okay. Let's tally, yeah. Army values very much even. Harvester count even. Alderichs, no, yeah, like based on that decap in favor of Sigil. In general, macro in favor of Sigil based on the fact that he managed to save his MCV from almost certain death. Halk now deciding to go radar tag instead of replacing his lost MCV. Halk actually floating. And yeah, I mean, his mining operations were not interrupted while Sigil's mining operations were halted for a moment there. And now this is gonna be interesting, and I feel, yep, the cliffs driving a stake into the heart of Halk's army here. That was not a good engagement for him. He lost so much there. Nice move pulling the harvesters. Sigil loses one, but he can spare that at this point. Can actually redistribute the idle ore truck back over here, and then yeah, scout out that there's no action going on here, and reclaim the natural expansion field. And yep, that's what's happening. That's where he's going. Sigil positioning, not trying to be too aggressive. Nicely watch him trying to build a concave, get the tanks in front. So now he's moving back. Can he lure Halk into attacking that rift over here again? He might try to lure him right back into that same position where he lost the fight earlier. Halk chasing, but not really getting any value there. And yeah, Sigil again trying to spread out his troops here. I like the idea, trying to cut them off, but Halk's force is just a bit too dense there. And that being said, Halk can now collapse entirely on this side. Sigil smells it. He's pulling over. Okay. Halk's army value slightly up, but this could be a great collapse. First two heavies in the back, going down too quickly. All the heavies already down for Sigil. Infantry dying for Halk, and yeah, no, everything living for Halk. Oh, Halk. Big Halk with the big balls play. I feel like, you know, flame towers in that composition making a significant difference. And now he's rolling into main base. Sigil so heavily down in army value. Flamers, defensive flamers, I like it, but I fear for Sigil. Oh, that's still... The push is still alive. The war factory is gonna go down. And yeah, that's another army already reinforcing. Would like to see it moving out a bit quicker. I mean, this will be the signal for Halk to yeah, look for his troops and then start a move out, right? Oh, perfect timing for the V2. Perfect first shot. This could be a good hold. If it turns into a hold, it could be a good hold for Sigil. Yak coming out as well. He has now 2 Yak attack planes in the air. Bringing out the V2 rocket launchers, but there's the heavy tanks are making all the difference for Big Halk. And yeah, he has more troops to reinforce. And I think the next war factory is gonna go down in just a second. Yeah, there we go. And Sigil is pushed back again. This looks like a very promising game for Big Halk. Actually capable of taking a game off of the more experienced, battle-hardened StarCraft veteran Sigil here. Dude, kill the ref. Or bring a thief over. Okay. Halk is having fun with this now. He feels it. He is, yeah, he is positioning thieves around the map. And Sigil will have heard the dreaded announcement, credits stolen. Both players floating. Halk massively floating at this point. While Sigil, yeah, Sigil basically floating due to not having a war factory, being constricted to 3 barracks. So yeah, he just cannot spend his money fast enough, but actually his economic situation is not that great. So yeah, still almost half a minute out before he can get a new war factory online, and I feel if Halk gets value with this push and doesn't die very quickly, then this is GG. Yaks trying their best to stop the push here, and this is the situation that I meant, you know, that is the reason you don't want to have your armies split across the river, because then they just trickle in perfect single file formation. Perfect donation for your enemy.
Battle control terminated.
GG. Halk takes a game of the generally favored Sigil, I would say. And
Battle control
let's see
initialized.
what game number 2 holds in store. We are on Pink's map Messen for this time. Sigil immediately going for the backline cap. Halk as well, and Sigil tries War Factory first build and gets massive value with the APC. takes down 8 rifles and an engineer. And his okay, I mean Halk already has the rockets out, so APC is not reigning supreme too hard. Yeah, APC now very much in danger because of the rocket soldiers. It's already 4 rockets in the mix for Halk. There's more rockets there. Okay. You get some gems on this map, yeah? So Halk is making good use of the extra income here. Sigil up 1 harvester, but yeah, actually has not expanded the extra cash that he made off of his greedy macro build. MCV movement, Sigil moving towards the single mine ore patch first. Halk, I mean, that's a single mine patch as well, which I always forget or basically don't even know, to be honest. It's not active knowledge, so you need to get to the corner, one or the other, but you need to get to the corner quickly to make sure that your economy is stays healthy for as long as possible. That said, not too much going on here. Sigil angling for a potential flank. Sigil has managed to decap most of the oil derricks here, and alright. Heavy tanks a bit far forward on this attack, but still not fully dealt with. And Halk's attack straight through the middle is gonna end very badly. He gets fully surrounded, he gets crushed by a harvester there. Sigil sacrificing one of his harvesters. But yeah, that's well worth it in this case. Oh, the APC still lives. The NG cap on the MCV did not work out. Yeah. Very, very favorable engagement in the middle of the map there for Sigil, and now he has just so much army mass, such a high army advantage. Can roll in and completely dismantle this expansion spot. Kill that little army detachment for free as well, and I mean, yeah, on the back of this, Sigil is bleeding army a little bit here. Flamer coming in. Halk might wipe this out. Yeah, he might wipe this army. He loses an MCV there. Okay, the other MCV lived. I was looking for it. Felt like it disappeared somewhere. I think he tried to move it over here and got intercepted by the remainder of that's what left of his Sigil's very first flanking army up here, right? And Halk now going for the big flank. Halk trying to play the X flank. It's can be a bit tough to actually realize where he's going. I mean, Sigil is positioning defensive forces here. And since he doesn't see any army, he decides to sneak forward, creep forward, and he thinks he can go on the offensive because there's, of course, there's nothing in my base. And now it's completely up to chance whether he spotted those troops moving by. And based on the reaction, it doesn't look like it, as he's cleaning out the remainder of that expansion there. Halk is moving straight into his main base. And I mean, where is he going? Just moving straight through. Okay, now he takes down the SD, takes down one war factory, but there's already 3 war factories here for Sigil. On the back of this, Sigil also manages to clean up that defensive force. Yeah, and after all, still advantage still with Sigil here. Yeah. He lost the SD, but that can be quickly rebuilt. Okay, nice intercept here on the retreating army. Halk getting some extra value there. So yeah, Sigil's decision to pull out and preserve army not paying off. But on the other hand, he's still in the lead. Almost double the army value compared to Halk. That, of course, on the back of a much better economy. Now we are up to even in harvest account, 5 versus 5, but we have 3 oil lyrics over nil for Sigil. Sigil now also having a significant number of flag trucks out. Based on losing that SD for a moment there. And yeah, after all, I think Sigil should have enough army everywhere to, yeah, he has all his forces here. He now takes time to lure Halk in a little bit. Or rather to reposition. I mean, Halk is trading up to some degree. He looked so much more behind. That's the third MCV that he has to replace. Yeah, cheers, Lie of Damashi. Let me think whether I've ever played a single game in Dune. I'm not sure. Did I participate in any of the wild dark tournaments where we were forced to play all mods of OpenRA? I don't think so. Yeah, so I can't really comment on whether the Dune is a good game or not. Never really played it. I'm a CNC guy myself. Command & Conquer, Red Alert. That's those games. I grew up on that. I missed out on Dune somehow. Yeah, they had a tournament earlier this year, I think. Or was it last year already? Tournaments always help to assemble some players. Sigil now has a perfect read here on Halk's army, gets a perfect surround, not quite perfect, I mean, Halk pushing a bit deeper than he's supposed to, I guess, in this situation. Gets 2 more refineries, but in the end, yeah, Sigil already splitting. Halk will trade off all of that army, and that leaves Sigil with 1 army up. A few more shots fired on the ore trucks, but yeah, they live, and there's more than enough refineries here in the vicinity to keep him alive. Now Sigil is probably, as of yet, no, he's not unaware. Yeah, he knows of that base here, and he can clean that up. And that's another MCV dying. Yeah. Boom goes the MCV. Okay, army caught out of position a little bit. There is a V2 rocket launcher in store. Now the forces are trickling in for Sigil, but I think with heavy tanks still standing for... Yep. Halk is prevailing in this engagement, and I think he was trading up a little bit even. So that's crucial, but oh, there's another MCV and there's a flag truck in range, and yep, that's not going anywhere. Oh, this can be so demoralizing. 1 MCV after the other just dying and running into enemy fire. Who doesn't know these kind of games where you feel like you're hanging on, but then 1 MCV dies and the next MCV dies, and you build your 5th expansion MCV to replace, and it just keeps on going. Now Sigil is going for the kill. He's going for the main base, but there is 3 V2 rocket launchers and 2 heavy tanks and a massive infantry block to defend. Decides to split up 3 heavies to try and kill ore trucks. Gets at least 1. He can commit to get a second one, I think, but he thinks better of it. I like the split here, trying to... Oh, I thought he was trying to sneak another detachment into the back lines, but well, the small remaining force from the earlier push through Sigil's base actually denies him the expansion down here. And now, yeah, economy is not great for Sigil. There's another MCV gonna die. It's gonna die. Does it live? It lives. Oh my god, the MCV that lived. And Halk again getting a good trade, deleting one more army. In the meantime, oh yeah, Sigil is moving for the main base again, and on this front he breaks through, and that's the GG. Great game, great game. Wild one. Halk was clinging on. Yeah, look at that. He was behind an army for half the game, but he kept Sigil busy, and yeah, kept believing in himself and kept donating MCVs for the cause. The last one lived. The last one lived. That's the important part to remember here.